The secret of getting ahead is getting started. I, Tanisha, the host of today's webinar. Hello, everyone, and good evening to all of you. I welcome you all in today's session. Hope you all are doing great. On behalf of whole SEMS family, I welcome you all on today's international webinar on the topic Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. And our guest of honor and today's speaker is Meenu Goyal. We are really pleased by your presence, ma'am. The Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012 was formulated in order to effectively address sexual abuse and sexual exploitation of children. The Act has been enacted to protect children from offences of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and provide establishment of special court for trial of such offences and related matters. Before I proceed, let me take a brief moment for the introduction of my organization. SEMS Welfare Foundation, it is a non-for-profit organization. It promotes healthy life, balanced and active communities, and strong business. They work in the areas of education, social welfare, women empowerment, skill development, entrepreneurship, livelihood generation, employability, health, and more. Our today's speaker is Veenu Goyal. She is a certified trainer holding a post-graduation in marketing and HR. She has worked with diverse individuals, including children and adults. Her areas of work include self-image, work-related challenge, relationship, domestic violence, sexual abuse, and trauma. She has also been an associate with Kolkata Heroes. She has conducted 5 plus employees awareness session, 5 internal community training, 5 plus trainings for the role of managers, and many more. Now, I would like to give my heartiest welcome to our guest speaker, Meenu Goyal. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Tanisha, for the warm welcome. So, good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? All good? As Tanisha has said, today, the topic for today is POCSO, that is Prevention of Children Sexual Offense Act 2012. This is the most sensitive topic, as you all have gone through that stage of childhood. Everybody is a child by heart. So how to protect that? We all have that social responsibility of saving that childhood, that feeling of trauma, that if anybody is victimized, how to protect them. Is there any law? We were not aware when we were child. Just to take this forward, I would like to start the presentation from our latest movie, Highway, which was there some time back, and it also reflects the same POCSO. How was Alia Bhatt being introduced to the sexual offense? So that you may reiterate, you may remember what actually one goal.
मैं 9 साल की थी घर में वो इम्पोर्टेड चॉकलेट्स लाते थे मेरे अंकल मुझे गोद में बिठाकर प्यार करते थे और अकेले में बाथरूम के अंदर फिर गोद में बिठाते थे और प्यार करते थे चीखती थी मैं मगर वो मेरा मुंह बंद कर देती ऐसे मुंह बंद कर देते थे ताकि मेरी चीख बाहर ना निकले बहुत दर्द होता था बस 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 हो गया मेरी गुड़िया बेस्ट लड़की है तू दुनिया की सबसे ब्यूटीफुल फिर आते थे बाहर आते थे अंदर चीखती थी मैं किसी से कहना नहीं ठीक है एक दिन मैंने मम्मी को बोल दिया बताया उन्हें मम्मी ने कहा किसी से कहना नहीं ठीक है मैंने किसी से नहीं कहा उसके बाद वो सब बंद हो गया फिर भी वो आते थे मेरे लिए चॉकलेट्स लेकर आज भी आते हैं मैं उनके गोद में बैठती हूँ वो मुझे प्यार करते मैं हंसती हूँ मेरी गुड़िया सबसे ब्यूटीफुल जानवर साले तमीज तहजीब नमस्ते करो पाँव छो इनके हर तरफ वही है, उनके बीच रहना है, हंसना है, दोस्ती करनी है, प्यार करना है।
Do you think this type of act even happens today in our society? This is a common thing that the parents, the relatives, the friends, the teachers, the professor, the newspaper, everywhere, if we are not allowed to speak, if the children do not get the options of speaking, the right. So this act, the act defines the child, lists out the sexual offense against children, or provides for the punishment. This is the most important act, and we should salute for the legislation, the code that they have provided us with the POSCO Act, most important act for the day. And this is the serious, it really very, very serious act because children are not safe. And how to protect the children, how to make them more beautiful, how to be. Nowadays, when we were young, we can go out anywhere in our relatives, in the park. But now, what had happened? We do not allow our children to move out or to go to the neighborhood so frequently because we all are so much scared. Just by understanding this act and making them aware of POCSO Act, what is good touch, what is bad touch, from the school under the age of 18, everybody, irrespective of the gender, everybody is covered under this law, which is known as POCSO Act. So today, we will be learning about this act in detail. That India is a home to the largest percentage of children in the world, out of which about 42% of the children are below 18. We all know this is the biggest evil in the that is battling is child sexual abuse. And in order to address this problem, we are there with the POCSO Act, which was enacted in June 12th, that is 19th June. However, it came into enforcement on the very important date, that is Children's Day, on the same year, 14th of November 2012. So I hope everybody will remember this important date when we were gifted with this important act to safeguard child or the children below the age of 18. Everybody is considered to be safeguarded, whether it is a boy or a girl, irrespective of the gender. Everybody is covered under this because they are child, they are children, they are the future generations of a country, and they need to be blessed. They have that right to grow beautifully, to take up their careers. So what is this act? The Protection of Children from Sexual Offense came into force on 14th November 2012, and this act was passed by the Indian Parliament in May 2012. However, as per the act, under its ambit, defines child as a person below the age group of 18, and it is gender neutral, and have a clear definition of sexual abuse like sexual harassment, penetrative, non-penetrative sexual abuse, and pornography. I know every one of us here must have seen in the society or must have heard in the news or must have read in the newspaper. Every day, one or the other news come about it. So we have to make the society aware about this act. We have to save our children. So who come under this act? This is again a very important question. So everybody, all the children, whether male or female, as we have talked about, who are below the age of 18, come under this act. The salient features of this act, this is child friendly. As we all know, this act is made only and only for children. What is the need for it? Before 2012, there was no such act. Only it was the IPC which was prevailing. But if anything happened to the child, there was no such, Children Act to make the children safe, to give them a friendly environment, to give them the right to grow internally and externally. This act was made. After so many cases, after so many happenings that happened, then the POCSO Act came. So the features of it is the child is given police protection during the investigated procedure. They can avail emergency medical treatment at that particular moment. Provisions for avoiding re-victimization. Special courts are there. Even they can testify through video links. And a CSA case should be disposed within 1 year of reporting. So everything, if anybody has gone through it, they've got 1 year from the time of reporting, they have to close this case. Then what are the types of sexual offense against children? There are 6 basic types that we will talk about: penetrative, aggravated penetrative, sexual assault, then sexual assault, aggravated sexual assault, sexual harassment, using child for pornographic purposes. It feels so much of pain just to talk about these. These are the things which were not covered under the legislative before. So in 2012, we know that these things would also come up, like stalking, using child for pornographic purposes. So what do you mean by penetrative sexual assault? See, it involves penetration of anus into vagina, mouth, urethra, or anus of a child. Or even if you're not doing so, making the child to do so. It even manipulates any body part so as to cause the penetration, applying his mouth to those organs or making the child do so. This is so hurting. That is why these are a serious offense. These are heinous crimes. Let us see this and understand.
Komal, the bus will be coming anytime now. Leave.
This is me, Komal. I'm 9 years old. I love my school so much. Some of my friends are naughty at times. But even I'm naughty sometimes, na?
Komal Kumar.
My mama is fun, but she can be strict also. So what? She takes care of you also, na? Says Papa. But I still like Papa more.
Hey, Bakshi!
Hey,
what a surprise!
Papa's old
time,
friends,
huh?
Bakshi uncle and auntie, are our new neighbors.
Oh, hello. Who is this sweet little girl?
It would have been better if they had children for me to play with. Thank you. Bakshi uncle is dropping me to school. Papa was getting late to work now. That's why. Uncle is very sweet. Auntie is a very busy woman. But uncle works from home only. They have such a nice house. And it is full of pretty things. Wow, unicorn!
It's okay. You can tell Mama you got it from me. Or you don't have to tell her.
Even Papa doesn't play with me so much. Bakshi uncle is so much more fun.
Where is my little doll? Where did she vanish? Oh, you must be here. Yes, gotcha.
He even took me out to eat gola once. Please don't tell Mama, huh? She might get angry. She's strict, na? I wanted to tell Mama, but I was afraid. So what if I had gola? Anyway, all my friends eat it.
Hey, you want to play a new game? A secret game.
Yeah, that will be fun.
Come with me.
What are you doing, Uncle? What kind of game is this? I'm totally confused. It felt dirty. Why did Bakshi Uncle do it? I feel so dirty.
Komal? Is everything okay? Hello, Mrs. Kumar. I wanted to speak to you regarding Komal. Beta, why are you sad? Did someone say anything to you in school? What happened? Did someone hurt you? If you don't tell me, my dear, how can I help you?
I have secrets. I have lied to you about the gola. And now this. I feel very dirty. You would be very angry if I told you what I have done.
No, I promise you I won't be angry. I love you, don't I? Then trust me.
He is not a nice uncle.
Which uncle? No, wait. Everyone will know.
Then what can we do? Whose help can we seek? We can't let Bakshi get away with this.
Childline. My friend Priya works there. They help children.
10, 9, 8.
Hello. Komal, I know what happened to you was not your fault at all. We will ensure that your Bakshi uncle can never see you again. Let me show you how to keep yourself safe. Hi kids! How are you all today?
Fine, Didi.
Have you ever been in a situation that made you feel uncomfortable?
Yes, Didi. When my little dog chews away my shoe, I get very angry.
That's true. What I mean is, has anyone touched you in a way that made you uneasy? Which of you have experienced this? So then, how do we know if someone is doing something wrong or touching us the wrong way? Here, let me explain. We all need to have our own personal space in our body. There are 4 zones which should not be touched by anyone, and nor should you touch anyone else's part. Mouth, chest, the part between your legs and buttocks. These are your personal spaces. Only the most trusted people, like your mother, may see and touch you in your personal spaces. So tell me, when you come home from school and your mama gives you a hug, how do you feel?
Sometimes she smells of vegetables. Yuck.
But don't we feel very nice?
Yes, we do.
Your mother may touch you in the 4 zones while giving you a bath. Or sometimes Dr. Uncle checks you in Mama or Papa's presence. This touch keeps you clean and healthy. When we are touched by someone who loves us and cares for us, we call it safe touch. If anyone else touches you in one of the 4 areas, it is wrong. It could also make you feel shy, scared, yucky, uncomfortable, and unhappy. Someone could show you dirty pictures or film, or make you undress, or they touch their personal parts in front of you. All such actions are not safe for you, and we call them unsafe touch. Some people do such things even though they are not good for you, and you feel hurt.
So then what will you do if someone touches you in these places?
You should shout, "No!" and run to someone you trust and tell them.
Who is that?
You tell me, whom do you trust?
My pet dog.
Yes, you can tell your pet, but will he understand you? Will he be able to help you?
I trust my mama and my teacher.
So, if someone ever touches you in a way that makes you uncomfortable, you must tell someone you trust and keep telling them until they listen to you. By talking to the person you trust, whether it is your mama or your papa, you can help to make sure it never happens to you or any other child again. You should also know about Childline. If you dial 1098 and ask for help, a trusted person will come to help you. Always remember, it is never your fault that someone touched you wrongly. It is the fault of the person who did it. Never be afraid to speak your mind. If someone is harming you, speak up. Don't worry. You are safe. Just tell me what happened. Remember, if you or any of your friends are feeling trapped in a situation like this, there is always help available. Call me on 1098 and Childline shall be there for you.
All right. So this is how the POCSO is spreading across country. Everybody of us should know this number, including children. 1098, that is the child helpline. And we should teach our kids what is good touch, what is bad touch, whom we should, seek help for. When anybody has started doing so, when anyone is doing so, take help. Say no. Because all these sort of assault, whether it is penetrative assault, whether it is aggravated penetrative assault, whether it is sexual assault or aggravated sexual assault, all these showing pornography, all these things I'll discuss in details. If you really want to know about it, share your details with the group, and we'll be having a detailed session on the POCSO Act. However, to just run to you quickly about it, aggravated penetrative assault is when we discussed about it, when anything is done by a police officer or relative, armed personnel, the doctor, anybody who is closed to, right, is treated as an aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Any sexual assault using deadly weapon, repeated assault of a person, then the punishment is for 10 years or more. If we talk about the sexual assault, touching of vagina, penis, anus, breast with the sexual intent, or causing the child to touch others, the punishment is from 3 to 5 years, and the fine also. Similarly, for the aggravated sexual assault, if we talk about, aggravated means more, right? If the sexual assault done by, as we have just discussed, by the police officer, armed personnel, relatives, officers, hospital staff, educational institutions, public servants, right, using deadly weapons, sexual assault of person in charge of children assault, or relatives if doing so, if the child is of mental impairment, even come under this. If the child has been, victimized by the mental illness, or he is already a mental ill child and you are doing so with him, it will be covering under the aggravated sexual assault. So what is sexual harassment? We all talk about it. This is a general term that every now and then we are reading this in the newspaper or in the news, even in YouTube and other social media. This is a hype now. So uttering words, making sounds, gestures, exhibiting objects with the sexual intent, right? Making the child exhibit any body part, as you have just shown in the the video, Komal. Showing any object to the child for the pornographic purpose, whether the child is there or not, whether you have animated the picture, it does not matter, whether it is digitalized or not. If you are using child for the pornographic purpose, using any media item for sexual abuse or threatening or enticing a child for this purpose, the punishment is up to 3 years with fine. Then using child for pornographic purpose means using of a child for pornographic purpose in any form of media for sexual gratification. Punishment for this is 5 to 10 years depending the nature. Storage of pornographic material which is involving child is again punishable with the punishment of 3 years or even more with the fine. What if the abetment of an offense is there? It is punishable. Engaging in a conspiracy, suppressing information, willful representation of facts, facilitating an offense, transporting a child, relating to child under this offense, then punishment for abandonment is equivalent to the punishment of an offense. Even attempt is punishable. So we have to be very, very careful. So how do we report a case? We all know 1098 is one of the, easiest way we can call for help. That is a child line help. So when any offense happens or likely to happen, inform special juvenile police or a local police. They will put an number and record the information in simple language. If the child needs, the protection of the police, they'll make the arrangement. Even inform the Child Welfare Committee, that is CWS, within 24 hours. When we are recording the statement of the child to be recorded at a normal residence of the child. Or it is, by choice, if they want to, record it by the police officer, which is preferably a woman. The officer not to wear uniform while recording, because uniform gives a strict feeling. The child shouldn't come in contact with the accused. This is made really strict, that the accused will never come in front of the child, and the identity of the child will never be revealed. It is confidential. So recording of the statement by the magistrate. So the magistrate records the statement as the child states in its language in the presence of someone the child trusts. Child does not record the statement alone. Do not allow the advocate to be present while recording. The magistrate shall provide the police report to the child or to its parent. Medical examination also happens for the child. So conduct a medical examination of the child. The examination shall be by a woman doctor if the victim is a girl. The examination shall be before the parents or the guardian. If such a person is not available, a woman official of a medical institution must be present. This is mandatory. Then there are special courts for POCSO cases, right? Not the normal cases. These are POCSO cases, so special courts have been assigned. The court of session shall be made special. The second additional district court, the court shall presume that the person being prosecuted has committed the crime. Similarly, the court shall presume mental culpability of the accused, and the accused has to prove them beyond reasonable doubt. I hope this is clear till now, right? So the special public prosecutor has to be appointed. Who he should be or she should be, they should have 7 years of experience, and the procedure of recording. Then procedure of the court is very simple. The court may take cognizance of the offense on receiving the complaint or effect. The public prosecutor and the counsel for the accused shall put a question to the court. The examination shall be child-friendly. Aggressive questions should have been avoided, and the child identity, as we have just spoken, is not to be revealed anyway, right? This is absolutely the same. So what are the basically activities of the special juvenile police force? Rescue or rehabilitation, counseling, visiting of schools, colonies, orphanages, conduct awareness classes, shadowing, patrolling at railway stations, bus stands, pilgrim centers, tourists, right? All these places, these are important and very, very, crucial things. Reporting of child abuse is mandatory. The reporting of cases of child abuse to the law enforcement authorities is mandatory. We have discussed about it. Failure to report a case of child abuse is offense. Reporting is obligatory even if the information is acquired as a part of professional duties. And any private person who fails to report a case of child abuse is committing an offense. If you know that the person has told you, or if you have seen that and you are not informing, then you are at fault. So do not do that. When anybody has told you that he or she has undergone that assault or harassment, you should take that step of informing 1098 or juvenile court, or make that person or the child comfortable in CWS, or right. These were the 2 cases that were the benchmarks. You can study about these cases, right? State and City versus Raman Kumar on 17th March. This is 2017 case. This is also one of the case, very important case. Then second case, there are multiple cases, right? So State of Karnataka versus Navina on 22nd Feb 2016. This is also one of the girls' cases. You can read about that on Google, and there are multiple ways. If you attend the session in detail, we'll be discussing in detail about the case studies of multiple POCSO scenes which has happened and what government has taken the action. POCSO Act 2012 looks into the support system for children through a friendly atmosphere in the criminal justice system with the existing machinery. That is child welfare, right? And the commission. The positive aspect is the appointment of the support person for the child who would assist the child throughout the investigation, pre-trial, trial, and post-trial. The major challenge also would be convergence between different entities under different legislation, and the act makes it mandatory to report to the police about any offense. Right? I hope this is clear. So this is the assignment link. I'll just share it. But before that, let me just show you this small video.
दुकानदार ने मुझे छुआ, मुझे कहा कि अगर मैं किसी को बताऊं तो मुझे पुलिस पकड़ लेगी।
मेरे टीचर मुझे छूते हैं रोज, मैं किससे कहूँ?
मैं स्कूल नहीं गया, पड़ोस वाले भैया मुझे डराकर गंदी चीजें करता है।
मेरे स्कूल बस का कंडक्टर मेरे साथ गंदा काम करता है। अगर मैं पापा को बताऊं तो वो कहेंगे कि मैं झूठ बोल रही हूँ।
पापा मम्मी जब भी घर पे नहीं होते, मामू मुझे छूते हैं, कहते हैं कि ये सब मेरी मम्मी से पूछकर हो रहा है।
मेरे सीनियर ने मेरी तस्वीर मोबाइल से ली है बाथरूम में, अब वो इंटरनेट में डालने की धमकी दे रहा है। अगर आपके साथ ऐसी हरकत होती है तो डरिए नहीं, तुरंत NCPCR के POCSO e-box पर कंप्लेन कीजिए, हम आपकी मदद करेंगे।
Right, so this was all about the POCSO Act. There is always the e-box which is there in all the schools and the areas which, being the social responsible person of the society, we can also have such sort of the boxes to safeguard the children of the society, of the nation as a whole. So if you have any questions, do write it down in the chat box. We'll take it one by one. And then there is a small 2 questions that I would like to ask. All right. So we start with the question answers, Tanisha. Thank you for being so lovely audience and the lovely participant.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful webinar. The session was very informative and amazing. And we are grateful for the time and efforts you took to share your thoughts, ma'am. Now we will go ahead and take some time for questions. Ma'am, there is a one question.
Yes, please.
What should someone do if some was sexually assaulted for a long years, but now everything is normal, but still he or she wants to punish that person?
See, as I've told you that we have got court, we have got the police, we have got e-boxes, we have got 1098 as a child line number. You have to report because you cannot keep silent. However, it was happening before. But we should not adopt to a new normal. If you have stopped thinking about it, or if you have stopped, if everything is normal now, and the person is, is keeping quiet for some time, but it does not happen that he will be stopping quiet for a long time because he has already done that mistake. So he should be punished for it. He has spoiled the child life, and he might do it again not with you, but somebody else. So he should got into this child line. You can report it there, and everything should be recorded. And that person should be, bear that consequences of doing wrong to the child. Okay, what is the punishment prescribed in the act for the use of the child for pornographic purposes? All right. See, it is the minimum is 3 years as per the POCSO Act, and maximum is 20 years. Even the, it all depends what that person has done to it. So minimum is 3 and maximum is 20 years.
What are new obligations under POCSO rules?
See, the new rules that if you want to talk about the POCSO rules, it is mandatory that every child has to be protected. We have to guide, we have to make sure that the schools, the society has to, tell each and everyone, this is the duty of parents also, to guide the children from the starting, what is good touch, what is bad touch. And when they are being subjected to anything, they should come and tell to the person they trust. Even, there are few amendments that the death penalty has been included into it. The more deterrent punishments are being involved into it. And these things are heinous. Such crimes will not be, just left by giving small punishments. These would be treated very, very seriously, and immediate actions are involved in, right?
Ma'am, there is another question.
Yes.
Is the helpline number will only for children. What if the teenagers are the victim?
See, this is a good question, guys. See, the POCSO Act is only for the children below 18 years. Once you are 18, you get that authority of driving license, that voter card. So now you are no more a children, right? Below 18, everybody is considered to be a child. But above 18, it will be covered under the POSCO Act. That is Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act 2030.
Ma'am, what can be the reasons for a children's interrogation as per the POCSO Act?
The interrogation will be done as per the the statement, that the crime, what they have done. So if I tell you that there would be always that W's, that H, what, when, where, how, right? These things are very natural if any crime has occurred, though it will be not strict asking, because you are speaking to a child. They are all psychologists, they are all psychiatrists, they are been working into the social welfare cause. So the questions, the interrogation is very light, very soft. However, we have to, take out all these things. What happened, under what circumstances this, this has been caused to you. So there is nothing as such which is causing the mental disturbance. However, the child is a fragile thing. When anything wrong has been done to the child, he's under that traumatic, thing. So any question will hurt the child. So all that small questions, but yes, the child has to re-answer that event and has to remember all that event again and answer different people.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you for answering all the questions.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope it is 1098 1098 for the child line. If you see anything happening, not to you, but in your neighbors, in your society, and anybody needs help, do not stop yourself from helping that. Do not raise that. Just call the child line and protect the child. That is the motto of POCSO Act, to protect the nation. Children are the blooming birds. Let them grow. All right. So thank you everyone for joining in and making this session nice, interactive, and engaging. If you have any further questions, you can, connect to SEMS group and they'll contact me for the same, and we'll be more than happy to answer it. Thank you all. Thank you, Tanisha, for giving the opportunity to speak. Thank you, SMS and Digi Samaj. Thank you.